Everyone is aware of his fortune, and he is considered to be one of the wealthiest individuals in the world. On the other hand, there are so many who are not familiar with the intriguing life story of Sheikh Mansour. In a nutshell, we will take a look at the history of the elite's life, beginning with his childhood all the way up until he became a well-known figure. So, how did Sheikh Mansour get to own the most lucrative teams in the world? Where did he start? And what kind of a lifestyle does he have? First, he was born on November 20th, 1970, in the Sheikhdom of Abu Dhabi, which is located in the United Arab Emirates. Sheikh Mansour was born to Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan and Sheikha Fatima bint Mubarak Al Ketbai. The native Emirati grew up in Abu Dhabi, also known as the Manhattan of the Middle East, together with his 5 full brothers, Mohammed, Hamdan, Hazza, Tanon, and Abdullah, as well as a number of sisters and half-brothers in the UAE. What most people didn't know was that Mansour and his siblings had a wonderful childhood in the United Arab Emirates, where they spent their formative years. They routinely went on horse and camel trips with their parents, who taught them the value of leadership and generosity. Their parents were wealthy, so they were exposed to a variety of opportunities. And in 1966, something happened. Mansour's father, Zayed, succeeded the position of ruler of AUH since he was a member of the royal line that ruled the Sheikhdom. And because of Zayed's ascent to prominence, Mansour and his brothers were able to further their careers within the emirate and take on various positions of influence. Because he was the offspring of a prominent royal family, he had access to the absolute best of everything, including formal education from prestigious academic institutions that equipped him for a career in politics in the future. Mansour attended Santa Barbara Community College in California, where he concentrated his studies on English. In addition, he possessed a bachelor's degree in international affairs from the United Arab Emirates University. His portfolio also included many professional certifications. It was at this time that Mansour's early preparations for political duties began to yield fruit 4 years after he graduated from college and was appointed chairman of the presidential office of the City of Gold. However, the nomination of Mansour was intended to be a memorial to his father, who had held the position of president of the emirate up to the time of his passing in 2004. After the passing of his father, Mansour was assigned to many cabinet jobs, including that of the United Arab Emirates' First Minister of Presidential Affairs. And now, you might be wondering, what position of power does he hold? While during the height of his political career, many people believe that Mansour would be an excellent choice for any of the most senior positions in the cabinet of the City of Gold. The chairmanship of First Gulf Bank is one of the most crucial jobs that Mansour currently holds. It all started in 2007 when he was elected to the Supreme Petroleum Council of the capital city and made chairman of the Emirates Investment Authority, which is the government-controlled asset management agency of the United Arab Emirates. Later on, he purchased Manchester City from Thaksin Shinawatra, a former prime minister of Thailand, but at that time nobody knew a lot about Mansour. However, following the successful completion of the acquisition of the English football club on September 23, 2008, Mansour rose to prominence very rapidly and became the deputy prime minister of the United Arab Emirates. Now, Mansour has received a great deal of praise for his exemplary track record of public service and his part in bringing an end to the struggles of Manchester City. Since Sheikh Mansour gained ownership of the club in 2008, the Manchester City football team has gone on to win 6 Premier League titles, 6 League Cup titles, and 2 FA Cup titles throughout the past 14 years. In addition, Mansour has shown throughout the course of the years that he is not engaged in football for the sake of financial gain. Rather, he is interested in the sport because he played it extensively as a child, and he wants to have an impact on it. When discussing Sheikh Mansour, it is nearly impossible to avoid discussing his family. When he is not at work, Mansour takes pleasure in spending time with his family. As a result of his marriage to Sheikh Alia bint Mohammed bin Buddy Al Hamd in the middle of the 1990s, he became the father of Zayed. In 2005, he tied the knot with Manal bint Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. Because of their union, they have been blessed with 2 daughters and 3 sons. Luckily, the children of Mansour were fortunate enough to be born into aristocratic families, and their upbringings as members of the royal family were nothing short of extraordinary. Mansour's children have benefited much from his fortune. And by the way, did you know that Sheikh Mansour is motivated by enthusiasm and likes challenging himself to achieve new heights? Let's say this is one of his personality attributes. He shares characteristics with those who were born during Scorpio. Sheikh Mansour exudes an uncommonly rare combination of forthrightness and honesty, and as a result, he commands the respect of all those who come into contact with him. Mansour's hobbies include soccer, camel racing, and horse racing. He is, in fact, a well-known endurance horse racer who has won several events in the desert sand endurance category. But how does he earn his vast amount of money? In terms of his personal wealth, the Sheikh Mansour has accumulated more than $22 billion, where the majority of his wealth comes from his family, generation to generation. As a result, you won't find his name anywhere on the list that Forbes compiles of the wealthiest owners of sports clubs. Despite this, Mansour has a number of his own holdings, which contribute significantly to his wealth. Two of the businesses that he has invested in are Sky News Arabia and Virgin Galactic. Additionally, he owns other football clubs like New York City and Melbourne City, which are based in the United States and Australia. Even though Mansour has access to an immense number of financial resources, this does not deter him from indulging in the luxuries associated with a wealthy lifestyle, as seen by his collection of expensive goods. One of them is a super yacht with a worth of more than $500 million. Not surprisingly, the super yacht named Topaz is the sixth largest one that has ever been constructed in terms of its overall size. It is 482 feet in length and was built in Germany by Lürssen Yachts in the year 2012. The yacht was designed by Tim Haywood. It has a total of 8 floors, 2 helipads, 3 swimming pools, a fitness center, a jacuzzi, and even a movie theater. Interestingly, he also bought a 5% stake in Ferrari for a total of $91 million in 2005 as part of his strategy to bring Formula One racing to the United Arab Emirates. And because of his commitment of $91 million, the Formula One Grand Prix has been staged in Abu Dhabi every year since 2009. Mansour also holds a 9.1% stake in Daimler AG. And guess what? In addition to being a fan of high-end vehicles, Mansour has quite a number of them in his collection. His garage is full of exotic automobiles. His collection includes a Mercedes SLR McLaren that cost $350,000, a Lamborghini Reventon that cost $840,000, and a Ferrari Enzo that cost $2.5 million. He also has 5 Bugatti Veyrons, which are extremely expensive supercars that start at $1.1 million each. In addition, he is the owner of a Porsche 911 GT1, which has an estimated value of $3 million. And that's not all. In 2016, Mansour paid $42 million for a Spanish estate situated in the southwestern region of Spain on 20,000 acres. The private property is located in Valencia de los Toros and is known as Los Cuentos de San Martin. It is a privately owned estate. Mansour also owns the Emirates Palace. It is known as the first real 7-star hotel in the world, and it initially opened its doors in 2005 with a budget of $2.2 million. It is one of the most opulent hotels since it has a total of 394 rooms, 92 suites, and 22 residential suites, all of which are designed in gold and marble. In addition, each room has its own balcony. Whether it was being born into the right family or dedication and hard work from an early age, there's no doubt that Sheikh Mansour has lived a life of privilege. So, what do you think of Sheikh Mansour's lifestyle? If you like this, check out some of the videos on screen. There's more where that came from. See you there.